in this video, the Bitcoin price is still forming this massive bearish divergence. But the question is, will this lead to a September red month? And we'll also dive into different altcoins such as Cardano and BNB as we want to give you an update if are we going to see an imminent breakout. Stay tuned to know more. Hi guys, and welcome back to another Gabs Cryptocurrency video where we trade by data, not by hype. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, click the subscribe button down below and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out daily technical analysis like this. So let's dive into this video. So let's look at the Bitcoin macro scale first kasi this is a major thing na kailangan nyo i-follow and not the very short term kasi the short term are all mostly just noises kasi meron tayo nagpa-form ngayon na bearish divergence na matagal na nating fina-follow actually. So right now, nandito pa din tayo sa bearish divergence and as you can see, the more na nagko-consolidate tayo, nare-reset natin yung ating RSI indicator. Ang kailangan actually mangyari ngayon is kailangan ma-break nitong Bitcoin price yung ating RSI indicator dito sa ating daily time frame. So in order to confirm the move na kung magwa-pump na ba tayo kay Bitcoin, kailangan natin ng daily candle close above this resistance. By daily candle close, meaning dapat tomorrow at 8 AM, dapat above the resistance na tayo. Yesterday, akala natin above the resistance na tayo. However, nagkaroon tayo ng rejection which lead to us closing below the resistance. So, sobrang mahalaga ngayon yung RSI resistance natin na mag-close above. Kasi hindi natin ma-break itong RSI resistance, then possible na mag-throw back tayo to the Bitcoin price pababa. So, possible na mag-decline siya. Kasi at some point, we are going to expect a correction kahit papano pa din dito sa Bitcoin. Kasi malaki-laki yung pinump natin from this past month eh. Kasi if you're going to look at this massive pump, tingnan nyo tong pump na to, that is around roughly 72% since this month. So, at some point, we're going to see a correction somehow kahit ano lang, basta para lang ma-reset yung ating RSI. Pero if hindi natin siya na-break, if di tayo nag-breakdown, at nagkaroon nga tayo ng candle close above this RSI resistance, then I think tuloy-tuloy na tayo for the Bitcoin price to pump to the upside. Now, the next question is, are we going to more likely see a dump? Well, I also want to show you this historical data na aking ginawa. So, this is actually converted from... So, yung ating Bitcoin data for the past 10 years, pinalot ko siya into table. So, ito, yung mga profit and loss natin within the past 10 years, ginawa ko siyang table. And then, from this table, we infer na ito yung ating nakuhang data. So, if there are more than 5 red months, ibig sabihin nun, we are in a bear market for the whole year. But if there are less than 5 red months, then we are in a bull market year. So right now, green tayo na ngayon. This means na as of now, we are still in a bull market year for the Bitcoin price. Kasi as opposed to this 2018 and 2019 year, pati 2014, 2015, last more than 5 or at least 5 yung kanilang bear market months or red months. So right now, at some point, possible pa din tayo makita ng isa pang red month and that is actually September. Kasi if you're going to look at the data, historical data, look at this. Yung second bull market year always yield to a red month. So, look at this. Mas lower yung return yung second year ng September from the previous year. So, yung September ng 2013 has lesser returns than the 2012. Yung 2017, mas less ang returns niya kaysa sa 2015, 2016 I mean. And if we're going to look at 2021, so I believe na we're going to close green dito within this month of August. Pero if we're going to look at the average PNL for the past 10 years at September, it indicates or tells us na it's possible na magkaroon tayo ng somehow ng red month within the coming month. So yeah, I think you need to watch that one out. Though this is just data model, some data models can be wrong, but at least it gives us an idea kung ano ba yung pwede natin i-expect for the coming months. And especially, meron tayong nakikita malaking bearish divergence dito sa Bitcoin price. So, possible na mag-play out itong red month na to in the coming month. So, at least, kahit pa paano ready ka. Kasi kung kinonvert natin siya to bar chart, ito yung maging itsura natin. Meron tayong August. May nakita din ako kasi na misinterpret nila itong yellow. Hindi ibig sabihin ng yellow, ibig sabihin ng babagsak. Ibig sabihin itong yellow is, mas less yung returns as compared to the month of May. And if you're going to look at the data, it actually makes sense. Kasi let's go back to this historical data dito sa ating Bitcoin price. And if you're going to look at the month of May, as you can see, we are still above this, above $57,000 during May. So, you can clearly see na mas mataas pa din talaga yung return natin noong May as compared dito sa month of August. So, yeah, para hindi kayo malito. So, ito yung isipin nyo dito sa average and profit loss chart. Ang ibig sabihin nito, ito yung makukuha nyong profit on average following this monthly trend. At hindi ibig sabihin to, ito yung pump. Hindi ibig sabihin nakita kayo na mataas na green, yun yung pump. Ibig sabihin yan, yan yung possible average profit na pwede nyo makuha at that specific month. So, if you're going to look at month of August, of course, magkakaroon pa din tayo ng profit. And that is around siguro 10% profit at least for this month. Pero looking at the month of September, yung kita mo nga yung average profit and loss niya, mas naglilin tayo ng loss sa month of September. So, I think this is a good time to re-enter during the month of September. And you should not be fearful in buying the dip. Kasi remember, buying the dip is actually a compounding profit if ever na mag-start na ulit mag-pump yung market. So, let's say nag-enter ka na September, and then let's say natuloy yung pump natin with October, November, December, then at least, na-maximize mo iyong entry point dito pag bumagsak na talaga si Bitcoin price, especially on top of this daily time frame bearish divergence. So ayun guys, if ever na mag-drop down tayo, you can actually short this, or if you want to enter into another long position, the best place to trade Bitcoin is actually in Phoenix. And in Phoenix, you can actually get up to $2,000 bonus by just signing up with my link down below na sa description. Just sign up with my link and just follow the specific task. And then you will actually get up to $2,000 of trading bonus dito sa ating Femex account nyo. So ayun guys, if you want to trade Femex, the best place to trade Bitcoin is actually in Femex. So gawa kayo ng account guys para maklaim nyo itong $2,000 bonus. So now let's move into altcoins. So let's first move into Ethereum. So Ethereum relatively sideways tayo. But I think ang kailangan mangyari kay Ethereum is kailangan natin magkaroon ng daily candle close above this resistance para tuloy-tuloy na yung ating pump kay Ethereum. Kasi right now, hindi pa tayo nagka-close above. As you can see, starting pa lang yung ating movement natin dito sa ating resistance. So if mag-close tayo dito above the resistance, then I think pwede tayo tumuloy-tuloy kay Ethereum. So yun yung kailangan nyo i-watch out. Pero remember, ang kailangan mangyari para maging healthy yung mga ibang large cap coins, dapat consolidating sa Ethereum. So the moment na mag-break to, possible na matigil yung pump natin for Cardano and BNB. So, ito yung kailangan nyo watch out right now is yung Ethereum, and on top of that is yung Bitcoin price action. So, let's move on to BNB naman. So, right now, we are actually forming this BNB resistance dito sa ating RSI resistance. So, ayan no. Nag-form tayo ng resistance with this $508. So, kailangan natin magkaroon ng candle close above the $509, specifically 4-hour candle close above, in order to confirm the move na pwede tayong tumuloy-tuloy up to $550. And $550 is actually a resistance na makikita mo dito sa previous BNB data natin kasi doon tayo more likely nakakuha ng bounce. So yung ating magiging next target resistance, yung $550. And if na-break natin yung 550, then of course, our next target is the $588, which is yung next Fibonacci resistance. So of course, dependent pa din to kay Ethereum and Bitcoin, so you need to watch for that one out. Let's look at Cardano. So for Cardano, ever since nagkaroon tayo ng daily candle close, we have been pumping very high for Cardano. Actually, I was expecting for a $3 anytime soon. So, malapit-lapit na tayo dun. So, sana makuha natin yon. But yeah, as of now, ang next target na foreseeable dito for Cardano is actually the 3.37. So, yun pa din yung ating technical target. I haven't sold any of my Cardano yet. So, yeah. Nag-take ako partial profit sa aking Cardano futures ko. Pero yung aking mga Cardano positions ko in spot wallet, yung mga hodl position ko, naka-hold pa din sila. Kasi I'm rooting for Cardano in the long term. So, ayun guys. You can actually follow this if gusto nyo mag-take profit and kung short term lang kayo. I highly suggest na you take profits along the way. And if you want to re-enter Cardano, I highly suggest na you look for the 20 moving average in the 4-hour time frame kasi the 20 moving average will always be the best place to re-enter Cardano. So looking at Axie Infinity, andito pa din tayo sa ating consolidation area. So we are only expecting a pump if na-break natin itong $79 and if nagkaroon ng green candle close na 4-hour above this $79 or $78 resistance. So, more likely makita tayo ng pump if nag-touch tayo dito sa ating 100 moving average in the 4-hour time frame, which is ito. Kasi doon tayo historically nakuha ng pump. So, you need to watch that one out. Pero right now, I think relatively sideways tayo, not unless makita tayo ng candle close above the $79. So, for SLP, we are now actually holding a support dito sa ating 15 cents area. So, yeah. Right now, ang kailangan nyo tingnan dito is actually this declining price. Pwede pa siya actually bumaba kasi tingnan nyo yung support niya. Medyo malayo-layo pa yung support niya as compared dun sa previous decline niyang price. So, pwede pa siya actually bumaba. And if you're going to look at this RSI, nagko-continue pa din yung ating bullish divergence. Pero, tingin ko kailangan niya ulit muna mag-touch dito sa ating support dito sa ating RSI, support dito sa 4-hour time frame. So possible na mag-decline pa dito si SLP and then mag-bounce siya dyan. And look at this dito sa ating RSI. Ito kailangan nyo actually i-follow yung RSI for the SLP price action kasi possible na mag-bounce tayo dyan. And yeah, yun yung kailangan nyo watch out ngayon. As of now, it's not the best time to buy nor sell kasi look at this. We are not oversold. However, nagkakaroon tayo ng bullish indicators pa din. Pero hanggang hindi pa din natin nakikita mag-play out yung ating bullish indicators dito sa SLP. So yeah, watch out lang kayo dito guys kasi of course, meron din itong falling wedge na nag-form na hanggang ngayon, hindi pa natin na-break. So, not sure kung kailan natin ito makita mag-break pero if nag-break siya, ang technical target for the SLP price action would be the stop of the wedge which is around the 21 cents area which is same pa din yung sinasabi natin previously. Pero yeah, in order to flip bullish, kailangan natin ma-break itong wedge and of course, kailangan natin ma-break yung 100 moving average in the 4-hour time frame. So sa ngayon, di pa tayo bullish not unless ma-break natin yung mga indicators na yan and of course, itong falling wedge pattern. So ayun guys, if you find this video useful and informative, please give this video a like. And if you want to see more contents like this, please subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next video and bye-bye for now.